here is what will separate those of us from the rest in 2026. Going into this year, a lot of people have a lot of fantastic ideas that I'm seeing, and I'm super happy to see it. I'm super happy for everyone that's entering whatever market, everyone just for expressing themselves and taking the risks and taking the chances. But here's what will separate those from the rest. There are lots of us with fantastic ideas. How you execute is what will separate those from the rest. How you actually show up for that thing for yourself consistently when you show up. The ability to do it anyway, just that, the ability to do it anyway. So you are going to have plenty of reasons, plenty of mood swings, of energy level dips, of say sicknesses will come along, fatigue will come along, relational turmoil between you and other people will come along. All these challenges will be happening sometimes simultaneously, and you're still going to have to find a way to continue to do what you do at a very high level. You're still going to have to find a way to unapologetically do what you do at a very high level. And I think that will be the differentiator. Um, just the ability to continually do what it takes without even seeing the result of doing what it takes at times. I always relate things back to, say, perhaps working out or sporting, because that was a large part of my life at some point. So relating it back to that, you can be in the gym for a day and you won't see a difference. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you might see a slight change, but you know nothing to run and scream about. And then by the time you're a year in, you're 2 years in, you're 3 years in, other people will notice the massive change from then till now, and perhaps you will as well. But you're so focused on where you're at right now and continuing to progress by any means necessary, that you it won't be about the external as much anymore. Although the external is a good indicator of what is going on internally, the internal will matter much more. My mental state will matter much more. My energy levels will matter much more. And I think the same thing about your craft, whatever the craft may be. Um, for me specifically, business, content creation, just the marriage between those two things, and continuing to work on my businesses, continuing to work on my social medias, that for me is that everlasting battle where I have to continually get up, keep going, get up, keep going, get up, setback, 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 keep going, get up, keep going. And I think the ability to do that, the ability to continue to put out the numbers, they say the a part of the separator is the person who experiences as few deviations from the doing as possible, is going to be the person that does it at the end of the day. The person who is on the path for the longest period of time is going to be the person with the most experience on the path. And so, if in a 365-day window, when your cat dies, you're going to be out of work for 10 days. When you have an argument with mom and dad, you're going to be out of work for 10 days. When you have an argument with your girlfriend, you're going to be out of work for 10 days. That's a month. That's 30 days. It's a full month that you're going to be out of commission. Guess what I'm going to be doing during that full month? I'm going to be grinding. And when those circumstances do come, when you can't get into it, when whatever happens, and those there are little blockers that exist between you and getting the work done. In those instances, I'm still going to be finding ways to perhaps develop myself, perhaps hone my craft, perhaps continue to network, connect with people, do this, do that. But in some way, shape, or form, you'll find that my 365 is spent working towards it, or even time away from it is time away from it. It is the constant. Whereas for someone else, for the competition, that may not be the case. And that is what will separate those from the rest. They say obsession takes everything from you, but it gives you much more. They say it'll take everything that you are right now. You're going to have to sacrifice who you are. You're going to have to be willing to, at any moment, give up who you are in order to become who you want to become. And it isn't a one time battle, it isn't a one off thing. The understanding of that will separate those from the rest. Understanding that, okay, just because I won the battle today isn't going to win the battle for me tomorrow. Just because I got up today and trained, that has nothing to do with me getting up tomorrow. Just because I made content today just doesn't mean tomorrow's content is taken care of and I don't have to get up tomorrow or the next day or the day after that or the day after that. Say I, like, in a hypothetical where you recorded X amount of times worth, eventually that time isn't across your entire lifespan. And even if it was, you would still want to continually plow on and make new, because the skill level that you were at a week ago may not be where you are now. The information you had a week ago may not be the information that you have now, especially if you're continually growing at the rapid pace that we are, right? In the day and age that we are, you're seeing things all the time, you're experiencing things all the time, you're expressing things all the time, and you may have a different medium or means of expression, and you'll want to change that. You want to introduce that, and so those are the main things that will separate those from the rest. But mainly, and this is what I want to leave you with. I don't want to make today's video too long, but what I want to leave you with is doing it anyway. Doing, do, not think, not talk about, not plan, not none of that. Done beats perfect every time. Do it. Mark Zuckerberg said, I don't know how to get a million people involved in anything. But here's the secret: no one does in the beginning. You just have to get started. So let's do that this year. For those of us who may not have started, for those of us who have to perhaps start again, for those of us who have to start again, for those of us who may have started one journey and are on it, may have completed another journey, who are starting a new journey. Again, it signifies a time for most when it is the most okay. Me personally, it's okay at any point in time to restart, to start again, to go again. And that's what will separate those from the rest. But right here, right now, in this new year ish phase, is when it is the most socially acceptable to start again. So you might as well capitalize on that, and do something great with your year. That's what I wish upon you. Now listen, if you do in fact enjoy the content, if you like the values that I stand for, what I stand for, you can go get yourself some merch. Legacy Africa Instagram is going to be linked in the description box. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that subscribe button. I have been Sage, standing on business. Signing out.